Hey there! Ever thought about turning your loneliness into a superpower? It might sound crazy, but hear me out. Are you feeling lonely? Don't have friends to hang with? Or maybe you feel lonely even when you're surrounded by a lot of people. Or you just went through a tough breakup and it's like, where do I go from here? My dreams are shattered. Well, loneliness is a rising epidemic in this internet age. Ironic, right? The worst thing is, some people choose to withdraw from society voluntarily and choose loneliness instead. Because society. But that's a topic for another time. While you can beat loneliness by reading books and making friends with the fictional characters, or reading How to Win Friends and Influence People and Sociopath Your Way into Having a Lot of Friends. Just kidding, it's a great book. You might want to consider this first. This alone time can be the perfect time to be your best self and reach your goals. First, let's talk about what loneliness is. Much like hunger, loneliness is a bodily function. While hunger makes you pay attention to your physical needs, loneliness acts as your hunger for social needs. And like hunger, that feeling sucks. But trying to fill that hole with superficial connections often makes it worse. Or maybe you really want deeper relationships, but just can't seem to make it happen. To have those real connections that you want, though, you have to be capable of initiating, engaging with, and handling it. So take a step back, understand yourself deeply, and embrace solitude for a while. It's like making friends with yourself. You might remember times when you just don't want to be bothered by anyone because you're doing something, or that time when you wanted just a tiny bit of space to find yourself, to know what you actually want. Now is the perfect time for that. So engage in solitude for a while. Loneliness and solitude, they're like two sides of the same coin. While loneliness is like an itch you want to scratch by socializing, solitude is choosing to be alone. And that's the magic word, choosing. In choosing to be alone, loneliness becomes a power. You start to see the things that you can do in this alone time. The possibilities are endless. Loneliness hurts, but solitude empowers. See, solitude isn't about disappearing for a year and coming back as a hermit. It's about choosing to be alone sometimes, doing things you love, and rediscovering yourself. A few hours a day is actually enough to start with. I won't really recommend going monk mode for 6 months, but if you want to, then you do you. I admit it's a bit harder for some than others. For me, I thought it was impossible, because at that time, the loneliness was soul-crushing. I used to be the extroverted life of the party animal kind of guy. Then things happened, and so on and so forth. So for me, it took a while. But the good news is, time came when I had no choice but to choose to be alone for a while, rather than wallow in sadness. Being in solitude has unlimited benefits, and here are just some of them. This is the time for self-reflection and self-healing. It allows you to know yourself deeper than ever, thus making it a lot easier to create deeper social connections later. This is also the time to read books, or hyper-focus on your studies, or skyrocket your career without having limitations. It's also the time to double down on your hobbies. Haven't picked up that paintbrush in a while? Maybe you should revisit it. Or maybe it's the perfect time to start chasing that childhood dream, like creating a YouTube channel. And hey, ever heard of Ikigai? It's all about finding your purpose. This is the perfect time to explore that too. Sure, it's tempting to rush into new friendships or relationships to fill the void. But sometimes embracing solitude is the first step towards genuine connections too. In this era, taking time for solitude isn't just about self-reflection. It's a strategic pause to recalibrate and strengthen your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. By embracing moments of solitude, you're not retreating from society. You're only on your training arc to be your own superhero. Remember, it's okay to take your time with this journey. Embrace the discomfort, because that's where growth happens. Rediscover the joy of your own company and watch how it transforms your life, like a superhero. And hey, don't forget to celebrate the small victories along the way. Each moment of solitude is a step towards a more authentic, fulfilling life. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. So here's to turning loneliness into your superpower, because your story is just getting started. Thanks for watching! Please like and subscribe for more awesome content. Thank you!